It is a very rainy and stormy day, but I am reviewing one of the most favorite microphones I have reviewed in a very long time. This is going to be my most recommended microphone moving forward, assuming nothing else comes up and poses a better value. Like, this is my favorite microphone to tell everyone to go get right now. I've teased it in some of my Blue reviews. I've mentioned it kind of off and on, but I finally have hands-on use with the Samsung Q2U dynamic microphone. And it's probably the best microphone I can recommend for those getting into audio, for content creation, for YouTube, for streaming, for podcasting, for pretty much anything. It has an amazing value package, and it sounds really good. So this is it. This is the Samsung Q2U. It is a dynamic microphone, kind of like the on-stage microphone style, where you've got the little ball up front and a longer handle. It is both a USB and a XLR microphone, which is really cool. I've reviewed one other microphone like this, the Audio-Technica ATR 2100 USB. I was also fairly pleased with that microphone as well. This is the Samsung one, and I think I like it better. It actually does a ridiculous good job of rejecting background noise. It actually sounds naturally, like really, really high quality. You don't get any too crazy like noise gate cuts when you start getting just slightly off axis like you did with the Audio-Technica. Like, it sounds pretty good, although if I start coming around back, you start having a really hard time hearing me. I have no idea if you heard any of that. You have a really hard time hearing me, but it sounds really good. So in the box, if you buy it new, in the box you'll get quite a few accessories. You get the microphone itself. You get a little tiny tripod, which isn't worth a whole heck of a lot, but it'll get you started if you can't buy a mic arm yet or something like that. It has a little extension for the tripod. It has the microphone clamp that you actually clamp the microphone into. Then it comes with both an XLR cable and a USB cable for you to hook it up however you like. The microphone itself is made of metal, has really high quality build quality. It looks professional. It looks nice. That matters to some people. It's fine. It has an on-off switch to control both USB and XLR, so it can act as a mute, although you would get some handling noise. But if I turn it off here, where'd the switch go? There is that little bit of click when you use it, though, so that's a little bit obnoxious. And then around the bottom of the microphone, you have the XLR analog output if you want to hook it up to an interface. It has a mini USB output for hooking it up digitally, and it has a headphone jack. And then on the other side here, it has some up and down buttons for that headphone jack, because it can act as a sound card for your computer for you to hear stuff, lag-free real-time monitoring of how you sound in your headphones. Then you can control the volume of the headphones with that up and down button if you want to use it via USB. Now, you'll see in my noise rejection test in a moment how the USB sounds. It sounds a little bit more compressed, a little bit more digital. You can kind of tell that it has a lower quality analog to digital conversion, ADC, in the microphone itself compared to something like an interface. So you could hook it up if you want to start out with USB and use it as is, but you want to upgrade to analog later. This is why I recommend these kinds of microphones, because they have a solid upgrade path built into them. Then you could buy one of these, an audio interface. Specifically, I am now recommending the Behringer Euphoria UMC line of audio interfaces. This is the UM2, which is available for like only $30, which is insane for such a high quality USB interface. Then this is the UMC 204 HD, which has two microphone inputs and separates them out on left and right channels via USB. These don't have any of the driver issues that the Focusrite stuff that I've recommended in the past and then turned off the recommendation of because everyone's had driver stall issues with them. Or you could get the Mac Daddy 404 HD like I have just for kicks. But these interfaces are kick-ass and affordable and bring a little bit more quality out of this microphone. I'm a little bit congested today, but I still sound pretty good. So again, that provides you a solid upgrade path, starting out on USB, using it as a USB microphone, or you could go back to, if you need to use it on the go, you could have a professional XLR set up at your main recording station, but then say you need to go record a podcast on the mobile, then you could just take the USB cable in your laptop. You're good to go. There's no crazy drivers required. It is plug and play. It works out of the box. Pretty freaking great. It also does a ridiculous good job of cutting out background noise. It does a better job than my primary microphone, the Electrovoice RE20, which is a $500-ish XLR dynamic microphone. I'm going to go ahead and switch to the air conditioner test that I usually do right now. All right, now we have reached the obligatory apartment air conditioning test for this microphone. I have my apartment AC running in the background here, and I will let it play for a second. This microphone pretty much cuts it out completely. It is actually doing a better job of not showing the levels of AC getting picked up in the microphone than my Electro Voice RE20 is, which is my big fancy dynamic microphone. That is pretty crazy in terms of background noise rejection. Obviously, it's going to pick it up while I'm talking, but the built-in noise gate is doing a really good job. Thunder is really kicking outside. That's a little scary. This is in XLR mode. We're going to switch over and do it in USB at the moment, but you can hear me talking with the AC in the background. I'm going to switch to the RE20 real quick. Now, this is my Electro Voice RE20, ran through the Symmetrix 528E channel strip to process the audio, so you can hear how that combination of things affects the air conditioner getting picked up. All right, we're going to switch the mic over to USB mode and come back. And now we have the microphone hooked up via USB to Windows with the level of the microphone which you control in Windows set to about 79, which was the default. Seems to be a good spot. So this is what it sounds like. Again, AC running in the background. I'll let it play out. And with me talking behind it. It looks like it picks up a little bit more of that air conditioner noise in the background when I'm not talking over USB than XLR, but that might be just a levels difference, and so when I normalize the audio and editing, it may sound the same to you, but I wanted to provide you both use cases here. The Samsung Q2U can be picked up from anywhere from about $45, depending on the Amazon sale, to $58 or $57.43 seems to be the current Amazon price. You can get it used, however, keep in mind you don't get as many of the accessories or what have you, but the clip and the included, I forgot to mention it came with the pop filter. Well, windscreen. It's not actually a pop filter, but with the way this kind of dynamic microphone is designed and the windscreen on top of it, you're not going to get very many plosives. It's going to do a fairly good job of cutting it out without really muffling your voice too much. So this is a cheap, affordable microphone. It is one of my favorites that I have ever reviewed. I am going to hold on to it and use it for a variety of different projects, and I'm going to very strongly recommend this be everyone's starting point if you're looking into audio. And I'm going to have to do a really good job of hammering that home, especially switching my interface recommendation to the first one being the UMC2. And then if you need more inputs, if you need two microphone inputs for like a two-person podcast, the UMC 202 HD, I believe. 204 HD is the one that you want. Before we go, I want to have a little bit of fun with this microphone and hook it up to my audio processing rack that my RE20 is run through. So the Symmetrix 528E is the channel strip that I'm currently using for my RE20. So I'm actually going to plug this into that using the same settings. Again, different microphones have different frequency responses, and post-processing settings should be fine-tuned per microphone, but I'm going to run it through this hardware and see how it sounds. All right, I am not adjusting gain because I need to leave it the same for my normal microphone, so this may not sound great at all, but this is the Samson Q2U running straight into my Symmetrix 528E channel strip. It's a processing box, adding some compression, some EQ, and so on. It may be far too quiet to be usable, but wanted to experiment.
This attachment as well, so your USB and then your small, this plugs right into the bottom of your mic here. And if you want to hook this to your phone, then you are going to need an adapter. And here is your mic. It has a on and off button right there, and it also has your volume down here. And then it also comes with your cover for your mic. And then it comes with this cute little stand, and this top piece right here just screws right on, and you can set your mic right up there and have your little cover on. So all of these things come already in the box, which is amazing. So it comes as a kit, and I'm going to answer some questions in my next video for you guys so you know whether or not this mic is good for you.
What is up, guys? My name is Josix, and this is the voice quality out of the Samson Q2U microphone. It is approximately 4 inches away from my mouth, and I'm using it with the included desktop stand and a windshield, which I supplied for it. And as you can hear, it's pretty good quality, I must say, for the price. And I have the gain turned up just over about half, and it comes with a on and off switch, to turn it on and off. And you got a mic, headphone jack in the bottom of the mic, which I'm using right now to monitor myself. It's zero latency completely. And it's also got an XLR input, so I can plug directly into any mixer, just about, and doesn't pick up much vibration. And yeah, this is pretty much the quality of this microphone. Anyway, I hope I helped. See ya.
रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करिए और वीडियो को लाइक करिए। तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं।
She was so excited to get the role that she had worked so hard for. Her mom cheered when she picked her up and told her her family couldn't wait to see her perform on the big stage. And so she practiced everywhere. The park, the library, she would invite her friends over. And when it was time to perform, she did the best anyone had ever done in that theater class. And you know why? It's because she had practiced so much.
Okay, this is in the on position, and this is in the off position. It's all the way down, but it does not turn off. I ended up buying an arm for it because the stand was pretty useless.
Dies ist eine Beispielaufnahme für meine Amazon-Rezension.